Hello everyone, I welcome you all to KR Lakab CBSE School Board online classes. In previous class, we completed 7th problem of exercise 6.3. So today I will continue with the 8th problem of exercise 6.3. So here, in 8th problem what they have given? 2025 plants are to be planted in a garden in such a way that each row contains as many plants as number of rows. So here they are given. There are 2025 plants are to be planted in a garden in such a way that each row must contain as many plants as the number of rows. Suppose for example, in first row there will be only one plant. In second row there will be two plants. In third row there will be three plants. Like that, what they are given? They are planting 2025 plants. They are planting 2025 plants. How? In such a way that each row should contain as many plants as number of rows. Find the number of rows and the number of plants in each row. So we have to find out number of rows to plant 2025 plants. So they are given that find the number of rows and number of plants in each row. So for second question means number of plants in each row. You can directly write that number of plants in each row equals to the row number. Means if the row number is 1, there will be only one plant. If the row number is 2, there will be two plants. Because in question only they have given that each row contains as many plants as the number of rows. So now we have to find out number of rows to plant 2025 plants. So here they are given that number of rows, we have to calculate number of rows which is equals to number of plants in each row. Number of plants in each row. In each row. So here in question they have given that number of rows equals to number of plants in each row. So now we can write here total number of plants. Total number of plants equals to number of rows into number of plants in each row. Number of rows into number of plants in each row. So we know that always total number of plants equals to number of rows. How many number of rows are there and how many plants are there in each row. Suppose for example consider 4 rows. 4 rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, and in each row there will be 4 plants. Means 4 plants here in each row. So that total number of plants always equals to here in this example also, total number of plants always equals to number of rows. How many number of rows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. Number of rows are 4 into number of plants in each row. How many number of plants are there in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 plants in each row. Therefore, total number of plants are 16. So like this, here we have written total number of plants equals to number of rows. Number of rows, how many number of rows are there, into how many number of plants are there in each row, into number of plants in each row. So here, but we know that this number of rows equals to number of plants in each row. In question only they have given that they are planting in such a way that number of rows equals to number of plants equals to number of the row. Means in first row they are planting only one plant, in second row they are planting two plants, in third row they are planting three plants. Therefore here number of rows equals to number of plants in each row. So by this we can write that total number of plants equals to number of rows into, here we know that number of plants in each row, number of plants in each row equals to number of rows. So here in the place of number of plants in each row, I can write it as number of rows. See here, this number of plants in each row equals to number of rows. So here in this place of number of plants in each row, I have written number of rows. So here total number of plants, they have given that total number of plants, how many plants are there? 2025 plants are there. And here number of rows into number of rows means what you will get? Number of rows square. Number of rows into number of rows means number of rows square. You are multiplying number of rows twice. Therefore number of rows square. So now we are calculating number of rows. Number of rows. To calculate number of rows, we will not consider this square value. If we will not consider this square value, what it becomes? Square of, here we should consider square of 2025. So here you can see number of rows equals to, we are not considering this square value means we should consider square root here, square root of 2025. So we will find out square root of 2025 by prime factorization method. So here I will calculate square root of 2025 by prime factorization method. So now here you can see last digit is 5. So it will not come in table 2, and here you can check this in table 3 also. 2 plus 0, 2, 2 plus 2, 4. So here 4 plus 5, 9. Here last digit is 5 means you should come in table 5. Okay. So now I will check with table 5. So 5 fours are 20. Next remaining value is 2. 2 is less than 5. So I will consider 0 here. Next it becomes 5. It becomes 25 means 5 5s are 25. Okay. So now again last digit is 5 means I will factorize with 5 only. So 5 8s are 40, 5 1s are 5. So now last digit is 1. So it will not come in table 5. So now you can check with table 2. Again it is odd number, it will not come in table 2. So now I will check with the table 3. So you have to add 8 plus 1. What you will get? 9. So 9 means 9 is there in table 9. So I will factorize with table 3 only. So here it is 8 means 3 2s are 6. 2 is remaining, so it becomes 21. 21 means 3 sevens are 21. Now again we got here 27 means can be factorized with 3 only. 27 means 3 nines are 27 here. Again 9 means 3 threes are 9, 3 ones are 3. So now here what we got 5 into 5, 3 into 3, 3 into 3. So square root of 2045. To calculate square root of any value, here I should consider only one value. In group of two numbers, I should consider only one value, means 5 into 3 into 3. So 5 into 3 into 3 means square root of 2025 equals to 5 3s are 15, 15 3s are 45. So here number of rows equals to 45. Square root of 2025 is 45. So the answer is there are 45 rows used to plant 2025 plants. Okay. See here again what they are given. They are planting 2025 plants in such a way that number of plants in each row. Number of plants in each. Listen carefully. Number of plants in each row equals to number of rows. Means I told with one example that in first row they are planting only one plant, in second row they are planting two plants. Like that, this number of plants in each row should be equals to the number of the row. So here we have written number of plants in each row equals to number of rows. So now here total number of plants always equals to number of rows into number of plants in each row. For this also I have given one example. If there are four rows and four plants in each row, then number of rows into number of plants in each row means 4 into 4. So there will be 16 plants. Like this, here total number of plants equals to number of rows into number of plants in each row. But here total number of plants equals to number of rows into, we know that this number of plants in each row equals to number of rows. So here we have written number of rows. Next, total number of plants they are given in question only 2025 because they are planting 2025 plants, and number of rows into number of rows. We are multiplying twice this number of rows, therefore number of rows square. So to calculate number of rows, what we are doing, we will consider square root of 2025. We will not consider this square value, therefore number of rows equals to square root of 2025. So to find out square root of 2025 by using prime factorization method, what we got here 45, 5 into 3 into 3 is 45. So the square root of 2025 is 45. Therefore number of rows equals to 45 is the answer. So now I will continue with next problem, ninth one. So now in ninth problem what they are given, find the smallest square number. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the number 4, 9, 10. We have to find out smallest square number that is divisible by 4, 9 and 10. So that smallest number divisible by these three numbers are nothing but LCM only. So now, so what we can do, again by prime factorization method, I will try to find out smallest square number which is divisible by 4, 9, 10. So first I will consider this 4. which is even number, so it comes in table 2. So 2 to the 4, and I will write this 9 as it is only. And this 10 also comes in table 2 only, so 2 5 the 10. Okay, so now again here it is 2 means it will come in table 2, so 2 1s are 2, and I will write this 9 as it is only, and here it is 5. This is also not, this will not come in table 2, so I will write as it is only 5. Now I will consider second term 9. So 9 is not there in table 2 because this is odd number. So it is there in table 3. So I will factorize with the table 3. So I will write as it is only 1. 3 3 is 9. Next 5 is not there in table 3. So I will write it as it is only 5. Next it is 3 means again 3 1 the 3. And for 5 I will write it as it is only. Next remaining is 5 only, so I will consider 5 now. So 1 1 and next 5 1 the 5. So what we got here, smallest square number which is divisible by 4 9 and 10 equals 2. What are the factors we got here? We should consider only one value in pair, means here there are two 2's, so I will write only 1 2, and there are two 3's, means I will write only 1 3, and here there are no pair of 5's, but I will write that 5. So 2 into 3, what we will get? 6. So 6 into 5. So 6 into 5 is 30. Sorry, but here you should consider all the values. So here there are two 2's, 2 into 2, two 3's, 3 into 3, into remaining is 5. 2 into 2, what will get? 4. 4 into 3, 12. 12 into 3, 36. 36 into 5, 180. Okay. So this is the product of these factors. There are two 2's, two 3's, and only one 5. So when you multiply all these values, what we got here? 180. But here you can see that there are pair of 2's, pair of 3's, but only one 5 is there. So that you can say that this 180 is not perfect square number. Listen carefully. This 180 is not perfect square number. What they are asking here, we have to mention or we have to calculate smallest square number which is divisible by 4 9 10. But here this 180 is not a square number. Why? Because here there are pair of 2's, pair of 3's, but there is only one 5. So this 180 is not a perfect square number. So now to calculate perfect square number, what we can do here, I will multiply this 180 to get perfect square number. What we can do, I should multiply this 180 with 5. Why I am multiplying 180 with 5 only? Because there is only one 5, so I should multiply 180 with 5 only. So when you multiply 180 with 5, here I will calculate 5 into 0 is 0, 5 into 8 means 40. So 4 is carry, 5 on the 5. So 5 plus 4, 9. So 900 we got here. So 180 into 5 means 900. So 900 is the perfect square number, and this is also smallest perfect square number which is divisible by 4, 9 and 10. Okay. So now I will move to the next problem, last one. So here in 10th problem what they are given, this is similar to 9th problem. Find the smallest square number that is divisible by each of the numbers 8, 15 and 20. Here they are given 8, 15 and 20. So we have to calculate smallest square number which is divisible by 8, 15 and 20. So by prime factorization method I will write here 8, 15, 20, and here first digit is 8 means I will start with the 2 because this 8 comes in table 2, therefore 2 for the 8, and 15 is not there in table 2, so I will write it as it is only. Next 20 is there, therefore 2 10 the 20. Next again 4 is there in table 2, so 2 2 the 4, and I will write this 15 as it is only because 15 is not there in table 2. Okay, so next 10 is there in table 2, so 2 5s are 20. Okay, next here 2 is remaining means 2 ones are 2. So 15 is not there in table 2, I will write it as it is only. Again 5 is not there, so I will write it as it is only. So 2 ones are 2, 15, next one is 5. So now next digit is 15. So here for 15 you can check with the table 2, it is not there because 15 is not number. Next you can check with the table 3. Okay, so if you check with table 3 you have to add 1 plus 5, what you will get? 6 means it is there in table 3, or you can directly write 3 5s are 15. So here it is 1 means I will write it as it is only. Next 3 5s are 15. Next here it is 5, it is not there in table 3 means I will write it as it is only. What we got here 5 and 5, so these are not in table 3, so I will consider 5 here, so I will write it as it is only 1, so 5 ones are 5, 5 ones are 5. So for 8, 15, 20, what we got here, there are 3 2's means 2 into 2 into 2 into 1 3 and 1 5. So when you multiply, what you will get here? 2 2s are 4, 4 2s are 8, 8 3s are 24, 24 5s are 120. You can check. This 120 is the product of all these values. 2 into 2 4, 4 into 2 8, 8 into 3 24, 24 into 5 120. But here you can see that only one pair of 2's are there. Only one pair of 2's are there. But here single 2 is there and only one 3 is there. Only one 5 is there. In fact, in factors of these values, only one pair of 2's are there, means there are only one group of 2's are there. Here there are 2's, but only one remaining 2 is there, single 3 is there and one 5 is there. Means we have to multiply this 120 with 2 3 5 because this 120 is not perfect square number. Why this 120 is not perfect square number? Here these are not paired numbers 2 3 5. So here to get perfect square number, what I should do? I should multiply first this 2 3 5. 2 into 3 into 5 means what you will get? 2 3s are 6, 6 5s are 30. So I should multiply this 120 with 30. So to get perfect square number, I should multiply 30 with 120. So what you will get equals to 120 into 30 means 30 into 0, 0, 30 into 2, 60. So 6 is carried. So here 0 will come. Next 30 on the 30 plus 6 means 36. So what you got here? 3600. Therefore this 3600 is the perfect square number which is divisible by 8, 15 and 20. So here 3600 is the answer. So I hope you are clear with these problems. This completes exercise 6.3. So in next class I will continue with some other concepts like finding square root by division method. Now in 6.3 what we did, we learned how to calculate perfect square number by repeated subtraction and calculating perfect square number by prime factorization method. So in next class we will see about finding square root by division method. Okay, thank you all.